What's going on, man?
Hey, dude, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh, man. Hey, Bad Dad listeners. Welcome to another edition of the Bad Dad Podcast.
You've been putting up with us for 4 weeks, so hopefully we've made your life slightly better.
Yeah.
Slightly better. I think we've today had a good meeting about some future stuff that we're going to do.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be really, really excited. We're going to change some things, and a little too soon to share all of it, but
it's exciting.
Stay tuned. You're going to like, I really believe you're going to like what's going to happen moving forward.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm going to kind of raise this up here and try and not slouch. I feel like I slouchy a little bit.
And I'm going to let you know my daughter's in the background. So I'm going to let you know, like, the dad life is real today.
Real.
So if you're going to, you hear somebody screaming in the background, obviously nothing traumatic, right? But you hear somebody yelling at a dog or something. That's my beautiful daughter.
If I hear sirens, I'll let you know, because then we might have a problem.
Yeah. I baptized my daughter this weekend, and everybody has been like, that's the sweetest, kindest. Like, oh my gosh, I started crying. Yeah. We have a mutual friend. The name was Zeb. And Zeb's like, dude, I cried twice. Once when I watched it live, and then once when I was editing the video. And so if you hear that, was my beautiful daughter who I got to baptize this weekend.
That's awesome.
That's her in the
background.
That
was cool. I was super pumped for you. Get to watch that.
Dude, it was awesome, man. I really enjoyed it. Our church is a thing where, like, stand and support. And obviously we invited our whole entire family to come and watch, but to see the amount of other people, again, I've been here about a year and a couple of months now, to see the amount of people stand up and kind of support us, like, yo, that's pretty cool. Like, I didn't know that I kind of made an impact like that so quickly.
Right.
So I did do that, but I was also trying not to cry.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a mess.
You did a good job, I think. Okay. I mean, I think you made it. You had one moment.
I stopped.
You stopped.
I stopped. It's like,
but you held it together.
I kept on going, I'm going to cry. And I'm telling you, man,
my boy. All right.
She's made me way more of an emotional man. Like, I'm typically the guy, like, Michelle's crying watching something. Yeah. And I'll be honest for you, bro. Like, one of the few times I cried in a movie.
Yeah. Hit me.
Endgame.
And
Tony Stark is dying.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I could see that.
I followed the movies. Right. I remember going to the premiere.
Yeah.
They did this weird thing where they would do the premieres on Thursdays. I don't know if y'all guys remember that, but they did the premieres on Thursdays, like at 7. So I'm like, what? Like, no midnight release?
I do remember
that. I can actually, like, watch it and not hate myself in the morning. Mm-hmm. So I remember watching it like at 7 on the premiere night.
Yeah.
And being so pumped watching it. So I followed this story for 10-something years.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Right? Bought into this character. And then he takes his life, man.
Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen Endgame.
Listen, if you haven't watched, if you're not part of the billion people that helped this movie make billions of dollars, okay.
It's on you at this point.
It's definitely on you. It's not on me.
Like, hot take, greatest, like, rendition of a superhero character. Like, again, I think Iron Man.
Yes. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man.
He was made to do that role.
He was Tony Stark through and through. And so I remember watching it, being emotional. But again, by that time, my daughter was born. So I really don't, like, I'm not an emotional guy. Everybody could be crying. I'm like, dang, it sucks. Like, so-and-so died. But, like, I'm just chill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's a daughter thing, too.
But, bro,
Would you agree? It's probably a daughter thing? Because, like, I can relate to that when we had Noah. Like, it's different. It's just different.
It makes you more emotional, man. I remember holding her, and I remember just starting to cry. And I'm like, this is the prettiest little thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, 100%. Stop it. I can see you tearing up, and it's making me tear up.
No, for real. Like, I actually got something in my eye. So I promise, like, it's not really.
It's allergies. It's allergies.
No, I got really close, and I hit this, and some dust came up. We're not in here all the time recording, and so something got in my eye, and I'm like, this sucks.
Hey, but you know what? We can be. And the way we do that is we've got a new thing below, tip jar. If you feel feeling like supporting, a new thing that you can do. If you're like, hey, Patreon might not be for me. Is there any other way to support? Tip jar. So a little shameless plug there for you.
And with that, I think we're going to, again, kind of adjust and kind of repurpose the Patreon, and we know we have a lot of good content that a lot of y'all guys haven't seen that we're going to kind of start opening up. So y'all guys be on the lookout for that. Again, we don't know 100% exactly what it's going to look like, but we're going to definitely open up some of that content and make it available for more and more people.
Yeah, because there's a lot of good stuff there. And again, we do spend a lot want to trying to make this great for you guys. And I think that just in the sense of not return on investment for you guys, but we want to be able to have everybody have an opportunity to check it out.
Yeah,
right?
like we were talking about this idea of like commitment, right? And so maybe committing, $5 a month, it may be a big commitment, right? But dropping $5 from here and there may not, maybe dropping $1 from top 50 cents. Who cares what y'all
dropping
us,
a
right?
like,
dropping a like or a comment, right? That would be really, really good to help the algorithms kind of know what's up. But, overall, we want to change some things. And so, again, we don't know exactly what the Patreon is going to look like in the future for the ones that have been patrons. We appreciate your help.
Very much.
Please consider that as your first tip to us.
Yeah. Everybody that's been jumping in the Discord too, guys.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people come in there. We really appreciate it. And if you're not in there,
it's open to the public now.
Open to the public. A lot of great stuff. Great conversations going on. Not just sports. We've had, I know you're doing your...
I'm working on a food one right now. I've been working on it, been typing in my notes and things like that. I've been kind of off my food game. Like I said, I had Trill Burger and I was like, man, I should have followed it up right after another food one. And bro, real talk, man, I'm going to go ahead and just get on a little rant. I'm going to be a little salty. There's this place called Noodle Master off of Spencer in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Right. Been hitting that place up since I've kind of I don't know. One person recommended it to me. Right. It's like, let me go check this place out. Good homemade noodles. They make it all from hand, things like that.
Okay.
And I was like, I've been trying to do this, TikTok food thing.
Right.
Noodle Master place that I go, bro, I literally went on Sunday. Could have recorded things like that. Didn't do that. Well, this one cat obviously has a little bit more followers than me, so it kind of one of the reasons why I went viral. But he posts Noodle Master.
Oh,
bro.
Did he really?
And I'm like, dang it. Like, that's my spot. Like, that's a place I go all the time. And this homeboy posted Noodle Master before me.
Gosh.
So I was really salty. I saw that today and I was like, dang. So I've been off my food game.
I think this is the most I've seen him worked up in a while.
I've been off my food game and now I'm getting outplayed for my own spots. Bro. And so I'm going to be on the Discord talking about some of my other places. And hey, follow me on TikTok.
On TikTok.
You'll see me.
What's the handle?
Sly J Portillo at TikTok. So you can go check me out at TikTok. And I'm posting some food stuff. And so my goal is to post a place that I'm posting on TikTok and post a place on the Sly Eats on Discord. And so check that out before somebody else beats you to the punch like they beat me.
We also have Binge It on there, guys. So like, as you know, like I'm big into TV shows, movies. I'll watch that. That's kind of become my, what do you want to say? My guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
And had the first one on there on The Last of Us. I know we've talked about in recent weeks how that's just been a game changer for me on TV series. Kind of got my Binge It score in there. So I'm not going to spoil anything. You check that out. But real quick, before we kind of dive into some of this other stuff, Love is Blind season 4 is out.
Okay.
I know that you talked about watching it. I went ahead and was able to sneak in the first 5 episodes. Seems like that's Netflix's new thing. Guys, just first off, I'm not going to get into it here. It's very good. It's very good. If you like season 1, season 2, maybe you're like season 3, because that's how I was. Season 4 is good.
Yeah, they had it on the other day. My sister-in-law's birthday party was here at the house, and so they had it on. And I was 1,000 other things, cooking and kids, and then I went to the dessert auction at the church and stuff like that. So things got so chaotic, so I couldn't finish watching it. So I'm gonna get on it and I'm gonna try to watch it. Michelle wants me to watch it. So
it's good. Like, and not everybody's a night owl. I know. So just so y'all know, Sly's not a night owl. He's the early riser. I'm like staying up till 3 a.m. Like as I'm going to sleep, he's getting up. So, but anyway,
well, let's jump on in, dude.
Yeah, but so T-ball check-in.
Okay,
how's T-ball going?
T-ball is going.
Yeah.
That's probably the best I could describe it. T-ball is going. Daughter doesn't like it.
Doesn't like it.
Hates it.
Okay.
Which kind of breaks my heart a little bit because I like baseball. She's not in T-ball. She's in pitch coach right now.
Okay.
It's mostly because of her age.
Gotcha.
She can't be in T-ball because of her age. But it is a little bit more difficult because she hates it so much. So we're trying to just take the little wins. Okay. Yesterday, she actually liked practice.
Okay.
So like, okay, that's a win. That's a big win for us. They have me coaching this year, so I'm part of the coaching
Coach
squad.
Portillo.
Yeah, exactly, man. And so I'm part of the coaching team, but it's been hard. I try not to coach her because I get on her really hard because I don't know. I don't want to see her succeed.
I'm right there with you.
I want her to succeed. Well, I know this about my kids, and maybe, I don't know, I'm interested to hear about your kids, but like I know when, at least for her, she's not like, hey, just go ahead and have fun, make the most of it and have fun. She will only have fun if she's good at it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
If she sucks at it, she ain't going to have fun. Like I think JJ's radically different. JJ will do whatever.
Oh, really?
Have fun doing whatever. He'll make the most of any situation.
Okay.
Not her. She wants to be good. She wants to be the best person out
Natural talent?
Not for this. And part of it is like, again, I love watching baseball. Never really played a whole bunch of baseball. Those kind of more my cousins' things.
Sure.
And I don't know, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just maybe dive in a little bit about this. But again, coming from an Hispanic home, a lot of my cousins being from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm not, I'm Mexican through my mom, but I'm not Mexican because I'm not born from Mexico. I'm born in
Right.
the States.
Right.
And so for me, there's a part of me, again, like never fully accepted, like I mentioned before, into that world because I'm not born in Mexico. My Spanish is not the best, right?
Sure.
I'm not Mexican because I'm part Salvadorian. I'm born in the States, right? So there's kind of like, for me, always felt like this kind of disconnect sometimes with my family
Mhm.
because of that. They all played baseball. All my cousins played baseball because they were that side.
Right.
And so part of it is like, okay, fine. Well, if I can't play baseball because that's what they did in Mexico and that's kind of what they're doing, and even though my family, I'm kind of receiving this, I'm gonna go ahead and do something different.
Right.
So I jumped into basketball. And so I started dribbling, kind of hooping a little bit. And I'm
Yeah.
not the best hooper. I mean, I think I got some dribbles, right? I think I got a shot every once in a while,
Sure.
right? But I like playing basketball. It's probably the sport that I enjoy the most. So I never really played baseball for that reason.
Okay.
Kind of family reason. And so because of that, it's been kind of hard to kind of coach my daughter.
Right.
Because I just know what I hear from commentators. Again, man, we talk about sports stuff, right? And so I watch a lot of post game, pre game, just because I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Post game, typically the kids are asleep, wife's asleep, and so it's just me up and I'm watching all the game stuff, right? So I'm kind of able to kind of go into my daughter and kind of tell her some of these things. I can help her catch. I know how to catch a ball with the glove and all that, but I'm not the best baseballer, So I'm struggling to coach her up. And we didn't do t-ball because we just moved towards this side of town
Right.
to do here with the church. So all that to say is she wants to be the best. She struggles. Now soccer, she's a little bit better at soccer.
Sure.
If she practiced, she'd be really, really good. She just wants to practice.
So for us, it's been going good. We're playing for the city.
Okay.
And it's actually like 2 minutes from our house.
Okay.
So that's been nice. I mean, Lord bless his freaking soul, the coach. I mean, he played some college ball apparently. And,
wow.
But I mean, it's just chaos, right? But I will say this.
It's t-ball though, right?
Oh, it's t-ball. Yeah. Full blown t-ball. Benjamin's got the fielding like Gene.
Okay.
So I grew up playing baseball, but like I was never like, once we got into kid pitch, I got hit by like the hardest thrower in the league like one time, right? I'm like
done. Nope,
done.
I'm done.
Couldn't hit. Now fielding, I was an all-star. I was always an all-star. But then like obviously like, that happens. You don't really hit that well. Then it's like that really wasn't my main sport. Like I golfed and did basketball, right? So then like I took a year off and then you come back in and like the politics of it. And I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. I'm done. Like basketball starts in junior high and I just started doing that. But all that to say, like I was always a really good fielder and always had like one of the strongest arms like in our league. Like, I mean, I can remember like as like an 11-year-old throwing it from the fence home and like one bounce in it. I mean, like me and another buddy of mine, like, dude, like our outfit was nuts.
Dang.
This dude's got like the same thing. Like Benjamin, I'm throwing like pop-ups. Dude's catching them.
Okay.
Dude's fielding grounders, stepping and throwing the ball and popping my glove. So like, I was like, okay, cool. Hitting?
Same thing.
Yeah, he just, not bad, but like, it's not like, it's like if you want to, for a T-baller, elite level, like fielding, right? And then you go to hit and it's like, oh, okay. Well, that doesn't relate the same, but he's the same way. Like like you were saying, like, if he's not good at something, like everything's a competition and a race basically in his head. And if he's not the best, like he doesn't necessarily, and he gets mad. Yeah. But what has changed for him in batting and like all that to say, like he's gotten the last like practice, he's gotten better because he realized, because he loves to run. Like I'm telling you, we're going to be a track family. This dude is fast. He found out he realized if I hit the ball, I get to run. And so that's kind of where we're at now. So now like running the bases. A little bit better. Yeah. So he's freaking.
That's a little bit better.
Sonic speed, as he would say.
Yeah.
Sonic speed.
Remember the time your kid hit my kid in the face with the bat?
That is true. That did happen.
Yeah. So and he's getting better then, I guess.
Good Lord. I still feel bad about that. He looked, he goes, like I don't know what to do. I was like,
yo, drop a comment if your kids play any sports, you want them to play any sports. If you're an aunt or an uncle that watches your niece or nephew play sports, or you've ever walked and watched any little kids play sports out of support for a friend or anything like that, drop a comment which sport it is. And which one do you enjoy. I really don't think that any of them are good. hot take. Actually, I don't think it's a hot take. I think it's just a real take. You just do it because you love the kids.
You do it because you love them. Also, too, drop if you ever played sports. Let's drop. What was your favorite?
Yo, but real talk though, real talk. Have you seen those 8-year-olds that are dropping the mixtapes, playing basketball?
Yes, I have seen those,
bro.
Yes,
that was insane.
Seems like they're getting younger and younger as
they're over here just crossing kids, dropping them, saying you're too small. Like, yo, like you're too small too, homie. You're 8. Like, come on. But they're crossing kids, busting them from threes, like grown man threes.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It is insane.
So like that's a little different. So if you ever seen one of those games, drop a comment as well. Like I'm curious to hear what you have seen. But
just fill those comments, man.
Why not? Why not? Like those little kid games are getting insane and getting better and better, I guess. So maybe it's not awful.
So diving into our topic today is dress for success.
All right, let's jump on into
this. I think this is going to be another good one. I feel like we've kind of been on a run here last couple of weeks. Some really good topics. So again, talking for dress for success, I got some notes down here that I've been looking at, and history wise on dress for success. Like, what does that look like? I'm going to ask you, and then I'll go. What do you feel like that the history of Sly Pateo's like wardrobe has been?
Yeah.
And where it's at now.
So again, and I keep on talking about background because again, this is all I know, right? Yeah. We were a very poor family. So, typical, like, man, it sounds horrible. And I don't mean to sound like, I guess can't be racist against your own race, right?
No.
But it's very stereotypical, kind of like what an Hispanic kid would wear.
Okay.
We did a lot of garage sales, a lot of hand-me-downs growing up. My mom actually used to clean houses. I know stereotypical, Hispanic thing, right? But mom used to clean houses for a little bit, and she ended up cleaning Moses Malone's house. Do you know who Moses Malone is?
Yeah, I know Moses
Malone.
The
first high school player to NBA ever. First, and so she ended up cleaning his house, and so Moses Malone's wife gave my mom a ton of clothes that they had from their kids, right? And so, again, hand-me-downs, garage sales, things like that would be kind of things that I would have to wear and rock. And in high school, man, I always wanted to wear the popular things. Mm-hmm. Actually, probably junior high probably is where I wanted to really start wearing. Because I guess when you're in elementary school, at least elementary school that I went to, no one really cared about what I wore or what I had on. It wasn't until like junior high and high school that people started really caring. I remember I used to rock Hakeem Olajuwons. I don't know if you ever remember that. But Spalding's used to make Hakeem Olajuwons. He was trying to compete with Shaq in that market. So Spalding made Hakeem Olajuwons. And I thought that was the coolest thing because I could never afford a pair of Air Jordans.
Right.
But in junior high, I started getting made fun of for my attire. And it really began to bug me because like I can look back at it now. It was typically cats that, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't care. Like these cats for sure, like their mom was either getting child support or they were on welfare.
Sure.
And they were going to the stores and loading up and wearing like different clothes. They were wearing, I don't know if you remember Boss jeans. Yeah. They were wearing Boss jeans. Yeah. They were wearing Polo at the time. It was really popular. Again, I'm a little bit older than you. Figure. They were wearing Tommy Hilfiger again. I'm older than you, right? But that's kind of what was popular in my days. Sure.
I was on, I think, the back end of that. Like
they were wearing Jordans. Right, and things like that. And here I am.
Was And One popular too back then?
And One started getting popular, right? Which now you can find in Walmart, weirdly enough. Yeah. But Champs, you now find at Champ at like right? Champs? The C?
Yeah.
Champs, right?
Yeah.
You can now find that in the mall. Right? Isn't that funny?
Yeah, how they flip.
Champion, it's Champion, right?
Yeah,
that's
Champion.
The name of the company. Yeah, you can find Champion now at the mall, and One you now find at Walmart.
That's interesting.
Because I grew up in the days where you can find Champion, you could only find it at Walmart.
Right.
So, anywho, all that to say is like these cats would dress expensive clothing, and your boy Sly would be rolling up to school, man, just like wearing like Hakeem Olajuwons, Wrangler jeans, because that's what they sold at Walmart, or like this is before the days of Targets being everywhere and Target having decent clothes.
Right.
And so I kind of got made fun of a lot in junior high. So ended up moving to El Salvador, moved to Salvador for a couple of years. And we're going real back, but it's all leading somewhere, guys. I promise. Like, I ended up coming back to the States. And again, I had school uniforms there. Anything I wore was cool because it was American. Then I come back and start going to school, and I'm off. I'm so behind, don't know what the trends are and things like that.
Right.
And so I kind of being made fun of again, right? Not wearing the things that are cool. So I'm like, okay, I got to change this. I got to fix this. So I start working for my cousin and my uncle, doing construction, and they paid me under the table. They paid me cash, and I started using that to buy clothes. So my parents are like, "We love you, but you're too big to buy clothes for.
Right.
Like we can't afford it.
Yeah.
Especially the clothes that you want."
Hmm.
So this is the time Ross started becoming really popular. Marshall started becoming real popular. So I started buying clothes from there, buying the clothes that I want that would look good and things like that. And I started trying to this is where my shoe game kind of started.
All
I
right.
started buying like different kicks.
Okay.
I remember buying Air Force Ones. Air Force Ones was the shoes that's like, they had a song. Nelly had a song.
Yeah.
Called Air Force Ones. And then I really tried to adapt Nelly's style.
Okay.
Like Nelly was really big on wearing like throwback jerseys. Throwback jerseys were huge during my time, and he would wear them backwards to show off the name more so than that.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up it was probably, now I look back on it, it's probably bootleg. They claimed it was real, but I ended up buying a Ronald McDonald LeBron James jersey. I ended up buying his Ronald McDonald's LeBron James jersey. I ended up buying a whole bunch of like Yao Ming, and because Yao was Houston.
Yeah.
I started buying like all these big name basketball jerseys and things like that. And I had a whole entire collection. Started dressing like I had a buddy who was really trying to be Nelly. We buy these shorts that, man, looking back, like they were super hot. We would wear them in the summer, but they were super baggy. And I had my Air Force Ones, and I literally was one of the freshest guys in the school because I was made fun of. And I said, I'm not gonna let this happen.
Yeah.
So I had a completely different. I had this is when 5950 hats were started popping off, becoming really, really famous and popular. So I started buying all the different colors, started getting all that. And
I remember when that was a thing.
Started having the attire. Well, throughout that phase, I graduate, high school, become a Christian, but I still want to I still want to rock out. I still want to look, I want to shine like as a Christian, but again, my mentality was all wrong.
Sure.
And so I started buying like all the cheesy Christian shirts, right?
Affliction.
But not the Affliction ones. The ones like,
oh my
it was
gosh,
like Jesus is my king versus Reese's Buttercups. It was like Jesus is my king.
Yes.
Like Mountain Dew, but it was something different. So I would wear all these cheesy shirts, but I would dress them up really nice.
Right.
I would wear them like,
what is it? It's not Affliction. What's the name of it? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, Affliction's the one that had all the crosses and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's another one like that people still like kind of mess with. It's like NW. Y'all drop in the comments. Like I'm.
Is it NWO? Like the Not of This World?
Not of This World.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, those shirts
NOW,
were a big thing.
yeah. So I started rocking a lot of that stuff, Christian band shirts, but then I would kind of mix it up with acid wash jeans, right? They would have big old belt buckles, right? Belt buckles started becoming a thing, so I started wearing these big old belt buckles with my Air Force Ones.
Okay.
So I started kind of going that route, and then from there, like I kind of quit caring for a while. And just started kind of dressing whatever I thought looked good.
Right.
As a single dude, probably not the best. But I started caring, and then it got to a point. It's like, okay, I want to get into this dating market thing. Right?
Yeah.
I realized this kind of single game has not been fun. So I would go to the mall and I would look at mannequins.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, the mannequin looks fresh, it looks decent. I'm going to go ahead and buy whatever that mannequin is wearing. So I would go in and tell them, can I get that attire that the mannequin is wearing?
Whole piece.
The whole entire piece.
Okay.
And so I would do that for a while until I met my beautiful and wonderful wife, Michelle. Michelle has definitely way more fashion sense than me. And so she tends to kind of help like this.
Yeah. You look good.
Michelle, except the shoes. Except the shoes. The J's are me.
Yeah.
But everything else is
Okay.
Michelle. So that's kind of my history over attire. But it's been an interesting one, from like really cheesy and cringy. Like, oh my Lord, I hope no one ever finds that and sees that to I feel like I dress halfway decent sometimes.
I mean, I think you look fly, bro.
Yeah. But what about you?
So mine's a little bit different. Like I kind of feel bad now, like listening to like how you were as a kid, because I was the only child, blue collar, living in Deer Park.
You already told me how you used to dress back in the day, so I know where this is going.
Yeah, so so like in the elementary school, right? Like I was on the back end of like that, like I was in Tommy Hilfiger. Like I'm talking like my grandmother, like she ran like a boutique shop. Like that's what she did for many years in Pasadena. So like we were going to like, she would get stuff in. We go to like Talbot's is where like my parents would buy stuff from. Remember that? Like Kids Talbot's, Dillard's. like Foley's, Palais Royal. And so it's like the Tommy Hilfiger, like all the way down the jeans, the shoes, right? And so I used to get made fun of like when I was young, like a kid. I can remember like kindergarten, first grade, because like I was always matching. Like I looked like I was a walking like
advertisement.
Yes, that's exactly like what it looked like. I'm talking like the big like Tommy Hilfiger like on the flag shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like I cringe thinking about it. Like the red shoes, right? And so my dad is big, like obsessed with Michael Jordan. So like naturally, like the Jordans start like coming in. So I can remember second grade, first year, like I really get to like pick out my attire. And like your boys like straight up, like I can remember like I had like the Space Jams, like I had
Concords.
like Concords.
Wow.
I had like I'm trying to think, like I had the Jordan 1s like before like they started redoing Jordan 1 in the colors, right? Like I had all those things, man, like those kicks, and I had them like in the different colorways like to match stuff, right? And like then that's when like and one was at its peak. And so I can remember like for those of you like like Andy Pettit, like I went to school with his son, like Josh, and so I remember specifically like me and Josh were two of the only people like who were always like I remember second grade year like into third grade decked out in and one gear, because I remember like there would be days where like we would show up and I'd be like, oh hey, like we're wearing the same shirt, right? And like it would have like those but I was like shirt, shorts, shoes, right? All and one. Well, I guess the shoes were most of the time they weren't and one. The shoes were Jordans. But I mean, like, it was to the nine.
Dang.
And that was for a while. And then like junior high hits and I start like learning to play music, right? And that like starts becoming the thing and getting into that. And so then it was like shifting to it was weird because I would wear Jordan stuff, right? I would wear jerseys. I was a big jersey guy once I hit 5th, 6th, 7th grade. And like that's all I was wearing. Like I had to do. I got like Roger Clemens jerseys, like for the Yankees, for the Astros. I had like football jerseys from like from the Cowboys, like Roy Williams. Like I remember I had like a Randy Johnson like 51 like Yankees jersey, and like having the Nike shoes like to match it, and the navy, bro. Like I was all about it. Okay. Then it would be the other iteration of like my wardrobe would be Jordans. Like it'd be Jordan shirt, like Jordan shorts, Jordan shoes. And then like at the end of it, right? Like into going into 8th grade, like it starts changing into like the music shirts. And so I thought for whatever
Blink
reason.
182 or whatever. You look like a Blink 182 guy. Like shirts.
Reliant K Switchfoot.
Yeah, okay.
Like a lot of punk rock. Like I had some Mayer shirts. Like I think there's a few photos of me like wearing
Did
like
you ever do the swoopy hair?
Oh, I did the swoopy hair.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can remember like wearing like this is more like for church, but like Express started getting popular around that time. So like V-neck shirts, like t-shirts, and like jackets over it with blue jeans, ripped blue jeans.
Okay.
Vans, like that was like the big thing. And then hit high school and like the wardrobe like really like kind of like you said, like you didn't care. Like I was really kind of throwing like I tried to wear shorts and like long sleeve shirts a lot. Like that was like kind of an issue. And then when I graduated, like it really got into like the music scene and like the skinny jeans H&M stuff with like the big neck shirts and like trying to wear that kind of stuff. And those of you who know me, like I'm kind of shaped like SpongeBob SquarePants, I feel like. And so like skinny jeans is just not my thing, bro. Like
super tiny.
It makes my legs look like I have bigger legs, so like it looks weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like I can't wear the skinny jeans, and I kind of got a butt on me, and that doesn't help things either. So fast forward meeting my wife, like that all changed. Yeah. And she was like,
I've heard of cats of that on like they're the opposite, that they're the super stylish ones. Like I've heard of that this one worship pastor that he's super stylish, like to the gills. That he goes to the store and he picks out all of the attire for his wife. Like,
really,
these shoes go with this dress.
Interesting.
And this, these tops go with these pants that go with with these shoes that you have. Like he'll do it all. Like he'll pick out all her attire and accessories and things like that because he's so detailed, but he's also really stylish.
Right.
So he's able to get her to become stylish because he's super stylish.
So to backtrack, like one thing I didn't touch on because I always like to, because I think this is kind of cool. You remember when Jordan did like the they started doing the 2-pack shoes where they would like do like the Reggie Millers. The first one was Reggie Millers and the Space Jams.
Okay, yeah.
And it was a 2-pack. They're, again, this is showing like how like jacked up like the kicks game is now. Retail $300. It was $150 a shoe, which that's fair.
Yeah.
I remember I bought those on the first time, and I remember like when I got those, like it was such a big deal. Those were the only shoes I got that year for school, like when we went school shopping, and I still have like the box itself goes for $100.
Dang.
Yeah, and then the other ones I wish I had, which are really expensive, is they came out with the shoes where they had the changeable inserts. Okay. And then they came out with a special edition of them where they were made out of Spalding basketball, like leather.
Huh.
And I had those as well.
Okay.
And then those were like the two, like when I got them, I remember like thinking back now, like, gosh, if I would still were to have those shoes, oh my gosh. Like, dude, I could have some coin like for that. But yeah, fast forward now, like meeting Taylor and everything, like slim jeans are like the most like I go.
Okay.
I still like wearing like my long sleeves and shorts, which, that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm really big into fit, I'm big in the flat bill 5950s. That's my thing. And so I got curved to my hats now. I don't wear them straight bill like I used to.
I still wear mine straight, man. I still can't do like, I don't know. I'm hip hop, culture and things like that. I struggle. Like I have one that's semi built, like bent. And I remember when I did, I was like, hurts.
Yeah,
like it hurts.
I know.
Kind of do this number to it.
But that's in style. I feel like now too, which is interesting. It's like now, like a little bit of a curve is kind of like in.
I'd agree, absolutely.
Which I'm cool with. But like shoes wise, like I don't care anymore. Like if you notice, like I wear the same Vans. Like I like they're cheap, $80. They look good. They work. Like I'm wearing Vans right now. Like I've had these for like 3 years. And I'm still just rock it. And then like Taylor's brought a lot of like polos into my life, like just that classic dad, like shorts and a polo. And
it's like, what are your thoughts to kind of continue on and move forward?
Yeah,
like what are your thoughts of cats that tend to, I don't know, maybe dress like they're still like young, like these dads that try to dress, I don't know, maybe like a 18-year-old, 19-year-old or whatever's in style. Like, do you think that matters? It doesn't. Like, ultimately, like, why do you dress the way you dress? Like, obviously we talked about our whys, but like, why is that important? Why is attire important? And like, are the pieces of clothes that you wear important?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to like first of all, like you can attach this like self-confidence, right? Like you need to have some self-confidence, right?
Yeah.
And I think that whenever there's a difference in again, I think everyone can agree, like whether you're somebody that talks about functionality for clothing or like style, because I think there's two different people.
Yeah.
There's also like, there is still like that aspect, of what looks good.
Yeah.
And what looks nice.
Yeah.
You can look nice and be functional, right?
Yeah.
And not break the bank. But I think that a lot of people like just don't care.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of times like our own perception of ourself, whether we think of it or not, at the end of the day, like goes a lot into our like self-confidence.
Yeah.
And I think that if you dress nice, like a saying that I have is look good, feel good, be good.
Yeah.
I've said that for a long time. And that's, it's kind of silly, but if you think about it, like if you look good, you're probably going to feel good. And if you feel good, whatever you're doing, you're probably going to do it well.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Cause like going back to that question, like I remember going to a conference and seeing a pastor and he was like in his 70s. Or he was older, bro. He clearly kind of his back was getting a little hunched and things like that. But he was dressed like the young 20-year-old worship leader, skinny jeans, had the cardigan. This one cardigans were, drop a comment if you remember when cardigans were the thing, right? Did you ever rock the cardigan?
I tried. The cardigan. Okay. I was not into like layers for a while. So when that was like really popular, I remember like being like, this is just goofy.
Yeah, I never. I had a lot of friends who did the cardigan. I never did the cardigan.
You remember like the oversized one that was almost like a jacket? It was like a sweatery material. Yeah, I liked those. I did like those, but those like I feel like were out as soon as they were in.
Yeah, well, this homeboy would wear the cardigan, skinny jeans, black shirt, yellow mustard pants and things like that. And you know what? He rocked it with confidence, right?
Yeah,
that he tend to rock in such a way that I guess he didn't feel old and he felt like it worked for him and things like that. Like, I don't know, like I think about guys like Kanye who tends to drive a lot of fashion. This dude dresses the most randomest way, but you know what? He does it feels confident about it, and before you know it, you have a whole bunch of people out there trying to say, hey, when is that shoe going to drop? Or when are these boots going to drop? I want to buy this. I want to buy that. I think you're right. I think if you have some self-confidence in kind of sometimes what you wear and rock, I mean, you know what? Like, again, yeah, if you feel good, you think you look good, then yeah, you can rock it any way you want. But at the same time, though, I will take a step back, because like I think so many times there's some cats that are trying too hard, or don't even know that they should be trying at all. They may feel good, they may think they look good, but man, maybe they like they're not even trying at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I went to a conference a while back. I think it was a couple weeks ago. Me and Taylor went. It was like a couples thing, and man, they had a like the first day, right? Like, I mean, again, conference guys. So like, we're in public. Like
public conference, people tend to dress the best.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fun event and things like that. If you've never been to a conference or a Christian conference, or very similar to like the business world conferences and things like that, people tend to dress better, tend to meet new people there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I feel like it tends to be a place where you want to kind of bring your best.
Sure. That's what you think. You will not. And again, guys, there are certain things with me that like I can be a little, what's the word? Snobbish, I guess. And I don't feel like that it's necessarily something nobody else would think, but like I'm in like jeans, right? Yeah. Like a shirt. I'm not like a button-up shirt. Yeah. I just got like, you know, I think I had like a flannel on, right? Yeah. And some in my Vans. And we're chilling, and like these dudes are walking in, like I kid you not, one of my biggest pet peeves, wearing like one of them with a polo. The others just like with like their graphic t-shirts, and not just like, I'm not talking athletic shorts, because you can get some Lulus, some Fabletics. Shout out Fabletics.
Yep. Yep.
Dude, like starter, like $5 Walmart shorts.
Wow.
With their wives, who again
at a conference,
and their wives are like put together. And to me, that's the difference in like it. There's a way to do that look, right? To where it looks put together.
Yeah.
And then not to mention, you're going to wear a black shirt and navy blue shorts. I could walk out of the room with anger about that. Like, oh my gosh, people, black shirts do not go with navy pants.
Yeah.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Yeah. Like I have issues with that. Like, and there's certain situations, certain circumstances, you know, you got to dress better than that. You got to. I get
it's
it.
Wrinkled. Like, it's wrinkled, bro.
Like, I get if you're going to a movie, I can see the argument of why you want to maybe wear something like, like basketball shorts or something. I can get that. But I think at the same time, man, like you said, there's kind of like athletic shorts that you could wear that could serve the same purpose. That look a little bit slightly better. I think you can wear sweats maybe even. Like, I think there's some really nice sweats out there that are really comfortable. That kind of trend is really popular nowadays, that you can kind of, you know, knock off and do pretty well, and not break the bank. Like, I think some of these things you don't have to break the bank for them.
No, you can go to Target and get a full like athletic outfit if that's something you want to do for like $10
and not break the bank, right? But here's the thing, like what you were mentioning. Like, here's one of my hot takes, right? And this ties into this: feel good, be good, but possibly, you know, but you don't look good, right? You may feel good, but for me, man, I really think cats, and maybe I'll get judged, right? Because I remember, let me even to back up a little bit more. I remember on Twitter not that long ago, there's this chick that was just like, you know, if you're a grown man wearing another grown man's like jersey on, like you need to grow up and things like that. And listen, I want to support the home team. I want to support the player. It's not about me being a kid or an oversized kid or anything like that, right? I think if you like to wear jerseys, that's totally fine. But I do believe that there's some cats, man, that I think, and here's a hot take of mine, I think need to grow up on the way they dress.
I would agree.
To look good, like you got to look at yourself in the mirror, maybe have an honest friend to look at you and say, yo, man, the way you're dressing doesn't look good. You need to kind of change this thing up. Got to change your style. Like cats that are wearing the basketball shorts, maybe with calf-high socks, right?
Yes.
Wearing some slippers, right? Maybe they're not even Vans. They're just kind of knockoff Walmart slippers. Yes. And then rocking
Or slides.
Or
That's like one of the things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But maybe, and then rocking like the skin tight shirt that's super worn out because you've rocked it since like middle school when you were like, a schmedium, and now you're not schmedium.
Yeah.
But the shirt's still schmedium, and so it's see through.
Grows with you.
Yeah, exactly. It's see through because you've worn it so much. And it's a graphic tee of, I don't know, Super Metroid or something that used to be interested way back in the day, but you're not interested now.
Paint stains on it.
And you're rocking that out to a public setting like, yo, bro, I think you need to reassess your life.
It's like a binky. It's like a what do you say, like your blankie.
I think some of these cats, man, like have to grow up because like there's a part of you like that doesn't look good.
Retire it.
Time
to retire.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong in this. I know there's a part of fatherhood where you got to embarrass your kids.
Right.
I get that. I don't know, man. Just growing up and seeing my parents, I just didn't want like my appearance or my attire to be what embarrassed my kids.
But you represent your name. That's something that was always drilled into me, right? Like when you go out in public, you represent who you are.
Yeah.
And again, it's not saying that your perception to people should be the most important thing, but like I think there is something to how you carry yourself as a man, how you carry yourself as a dad. Yeah. Right. And as a husband, like you are representing your family.
Yeah. I feel that.
And I think that like, this is not being judgmental. I don't think, I think this is just in general, like the churchy like saying is, do everything as unto the Lord, right? Like give your very best. Like people may laugh at that, but seriously, like give your best, like have enough self-confidence in yourself.
Absolutely.
That you feel like that you if you genuinely feel like you look good and you're walking out like that, bro, and you got your graphic tee with holes in it, like you probably aren't married. And if you are, like maybe your wife is waiting for you to say, hey, I need some help.
Yeah. And maybe you need to kind of look at your buddies and kind of take assessment and look at them, look what you're wearing and say, okay.
Have a ceremony.
Maybe,
hang it in the rafters.
Absolutely.
Like, retire.
I don't think that's wrong. Right? Like if I was still rocking out my Christian tees, and don't get me wrong.
Would you tell me if I was?
I think I would.
I appreciate you.
I think I would. And I would want you to do the same for me.
You're right.
Like I think there has to be a point where you have to do that. Like don't get me wrong. I work at a church, right? And that's no secret to anybody who's been listening for a while. And if you work for a church and you're in there long enough, you get tons of shirts from the church.
Right.
Tons of them. And I will say, guilty confession, I tend to hang on to those things a little bit longer. And I always say, well, I use basketball, yard work, painting the house, like there's all these different reasons. But every once in a while, guilty confession, maybe you're there, maybe I don't know. Like I've been in those positions where I haven't done laundry.
Okay.
And all I got left is this really hideous shirt. And I try to style it up nice to kind of make it work. And I'll put it on, I'll walk out the house with it. I know in those days, like I may think I feel good.
Yeah.
Because it's better than the alternative, like a smelly, dirty shirt.
Yeah.
But I know deep down inside, it's not the best that I could be bringing. And I know deep down inside, I'm not as confident wearing that when I tend to dress like something like I am dressing like today. And I know I'm not the best today dressed like, like I'm not dressed for a special occasion.
Sure.
I'm not dressed for like a, maybe to go into a business meeting or anything like that. But I feel like today I'm going to be interacting with people. I'm about to see some people here in a bit. I feel like I'm okay dressed for that occasion.
Yeah.
Unlike when I tend to do that. And I don't know, for me, a part of me is like, I like the feel of things and how things kind of look and things like that. And so like, even when I'm trying to design shirts for the church and things like that, I try to have that in mind. Like if I'm wearing this, could I rock this outside of this small setting that I'm in? And that may sound vain, right? But I'm also not talking about like dropping, again, I'm talking about a free shirt.
Yeah.
Right? I'm talking about things that I could wear at from Target. Walmart has kind of picked up their game some on their attire because they hate that Target stealing all this. And so
George brand, I think is what it's called. I think that's what's one of their brands is called. It's very good. They make good t-shirts. I got a few of them. Nice t-shirts, $5.
And I've ordered some stuff from Amazon, super cheap.
Yes.
Who knows where it's made out of? Made in Guatemala or something like that.
Yes.
But overall, like shirt feels good, looks good. And so I tend to rock things that tend to be a little bit different and I feel good. And I know that if people interact with me, you know what? I don't feel like I'm a bum or a schlub or anything like that in dressing like that.
Yeah.
And I don't, again, we're not talking about vain or vanity. Like this shirt was a Target shirt. Yeah. Like overall, we're not talking that you got to dress in, $300 Gucci shirt, right? But it's looking presentable especially in the occasions that you're going to interact with people. I think that's so important.
Yeah.
And it does give a level of respect. People tend to look at you and probably respect you a little bit more when
Right.
you dress a certain way.
Yeah, and I think again, going back to like being put together, I think that that's a key thing. Is like there is a difference in wearing things, in being like that are expensive and wearing things while trying to make yourself look put together.
Yeah.
Right. I think it just involves a little bit of effort, and I think again that stems from have a little bit of self confidence in yourself. Right. For you people that have a low self confidence, low self esteem, like I get it. Like I totally understand it. But it's something that maybe that's something you got to work through, right? Maybe that's something you got to talk to somebody about. Just like we talked about last week. And I believe that as you do that, like you'll find your style.
Absolutely.
Find your style. There's style for everybody.
Absolutely, man. Even if it goes like looking at a mannequin and say, yo, like let me look at that. Like I think it's so important, man. Like especially as you get older, and maybe you can test this, maybe not. You're in a better shape than I am, but I think sometimes, man, is like
I appreciate that.
knowing that you're not the young cat anymore.
Yeah.
Like knowing even
It's hard.
Even before I had Ruben, I was skinnier. Like if y'all are on the Patreon and saw the video or saw me go viral, a lot of people's like, Sly, you were a whole lot skinnier. I'm not trying to buy for that body anymore. And that's just a couple of years ago.
That's tough to do.
And that was a couple of years ago. I just realized I'm not in that body anymore. And I also don't want to be that dude that I'm talking to you and you just see my belly button because the shirt is skin tight. Like, I got to have some privacy for myself, right? But then two, like, that people look at you. And again, it's not that I care about what, other people think of who I am as a person, but at the same time, I want to be presentable enough where people respect me. Again, I am a minister and I am going to interact. I think you as well, being in sales, like you're in a position that you need to have some type of respect.
Yeah.
And I think for any dad listening, if you're in any place, right, where you're interacting with others, again, maybe you're doing stuff with your kids at school or anything like that, you need to be in a place where people look at you and carry a level of respect.
Mm-hmm.
And your attire communicates like, hey, I'm a person who can be respected, and not as much as we say it shouldn't. The truth is it does.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And we talked to a successful business person this week in preparation for this podcast. And one of the things they said, I had asked, hey, like, what are your thoughts on being dressed for success in like the business world? And his comment was, you dress for the job you want, not the job you're in. And I was like, that's true.
That's good.
And like, what to elaborate on that, what he had kind of mentioned this scenario as, you show up as the guy in like, blue jeans and just a t-shirt, like whether that, that may be accepted at where you're at because you're maybe not seeing necessarily people or you're more lax job. But the guy that comes in slacks and a polo tucked in shirt, that just looks a little bit more put together. If there's that last minute meeting and like, there's, they need somebody in that's going to be the guy they're going to put. I mean, that's the reality, right?
Yeah.
Or if somebody comes in, like they're going to go to the cat with the polo on if you're sitting next to each other than the guy with the t-shirt, because that person society views, right, put together more as somebody more qualified to handle whatever it is that the task needs somebody to handle.
Yeah. As much as we claimed as a society, we don't care what others think about us.
Correct.
The truth is we really do.
Yeah.
Even the most loudest vocal people that say, I don't care what you think about me, things like that. Are the loudest on Twitter and tend to dye their hair different colors.
Sure.
Right? Why? Because they want other people to look and be able to get the attention.
Yeah.
We all do. I think there's that innate. And I think there's a healthy balance.
Right.
If you're trying to aim and say, hey, I got to be this guy, right? My kids never be embarrassed of me and the way I address them. Like, again, there's a healthy balance. And that's what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
Do it in a way that makes you feel good, look good, right? And that you can be good,
right?
But don't be chased and driven so much where you got to say, okay, I got to have the most expensive pants. I got to have the most expensive shirt. I got to have the most, like, especially being a dad, bro, like that stuff's going to get dirty. Like this is clean right now, but wait till Ruben comes home. He's going to spit up on it, something like that. And I ain't going to be the cleanest.
Boogers.
I had to get that. Boogers. And I had this intention to wear it as, again, I'm going to see people tonight, right? It's just reality, but I'm going to try my best, the best that I can, to try to dress in a way that makes me feel good. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do a jumping off point. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get another hot take.
Yeah.
Right? But I also think, man, with this comes also hygiene.
Yeah.
Like sometimes dads are known as that gross dude. Again, I don't know. I'm picturing like white, like the dad portrayed on TVs, right?
Right.
He's wearing the wife beater, hair coming out of his chest, right? Kind of have that kind of half lunar monk look, and
Dried
he's scratching his
spit
belly,
on his face from a
scratching
nap.
his belly,
Yeah.
right? Skin tight. He's like, all right, let's, breasts all smelly, right? Like, like, and the truth is, it's a stereotype because there are cats out there. Maybe that's
Right.
you listening, right? That look like that.
Right.
Nah, bro, like change some things up. Like shave a little bit of the chest hair, right? So you can look
Right.
good in a polo. Kind of wear a little something a little bit more different. Maybe, you got to brush your teeth, right? You got that lunar thing, bro. Just go ahead and shave
Yeah.
it off.
Do
Like,
you?
I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. As the bald guy,
He's gonna say it.
balding, like you just need to shave your head. Just shave the hair. Like, listen, bald is beautiful, right?
Heard
Bald
it
is
here first.
beautiful. Like, get rid of the hair. What are you holding on to?
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you the story, right? Of the girl that cut my hair, right? I was trying to let that thing ride.
Yeah.
I just had little hair. And I've done it all, bro. Like I remember I was looking into like Bosley,
Yeah.
right? Or like pulling out the hair plugs
Yeah.
and putting them in different places. I was trying to do all this kind of different stuff. And then at one point, it's like, okay, that's way too expensive. Can't afford it. I'm too poor. I remember trying the special shampoo that's supposed to make your hair follicles. It wasn't Rogaine, but it was like this kind of more better
Wake 'em up.
alternative that to kind of do that was super fancy. Didn't help. Then I remember getting this kind of black powder stuff that had like this kind of cotton thing into
Yeah.
it. And I remember this one dude in my ministry, like I had it on. It's like, okay, kind of hiding the baldness. And this one homeboy comes in and like just pretend this is my head. And he goes, "Hey, how you doing, you rascal?" And does this to my head. Then he pulls out his hand and his hand's all black. And he's like, "What the, bro?" I was about to punch.
Dude,
I was about to get fired because my
that's
fist
funny.
went back. I was this close to get fired from my job because I was about to co-cock
Jesus
some dude.
took the wheel.
Jesus had to take the wheel.
Oh my
because that dude's about to
gosh,
be
bro.
dropped on the floor, right? But I say all that because I tried everything
Yeah.
and all of it was failing. And so then this one girl, I remember reading something like in GQ or something like that. Again, there's seasons where I really care about my attire.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the unhealthy way. So I'm reading GQ to find out fashion trends and things like that. And I remember them having an article, if you're balding, make sure that you're going to a hairstylist. I had a friend that I met in college that was a hairstylist. So I said, "Hey, can you cut my hair to help cover up the bald?" And she did great. She was doing wonderful. Until finally one day, she was doing my hair. And she's like, "Sly, what are we doing?" Like, Sly, really? Come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
What are we doing now? Like, I can't fake it anymore. Like, there's
Right.
nothing here.
Right.
She's like, "I'll buzz your head. We'll do it for free. If you want the company of being and getting your hair cut, you're free to come, and I'll charge you like $5 to buzz your head. But we can't fake this anymore.
Right.
We can't quit playing. We got to quit playing games,
Right.
and you got to let it go."
Right.
And I'm glad I had that honest conversation
Yeah.
because it started leading to like buzz cuts and then slowly leading to where I'm at now. Part of it is also I got an autoimmune disease and yada, yada, yada. But
But you got the head for it too.
I know I got the, and listen, I know some cats who probably can't because you ain't got the head for it. And listen, grace to you, you got to rock that. But if you can rock a bald look, just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like you ain't fooling anybody.
Yeah.
Like we all know you bald. Like, bro, we all know you ain't got no hair. And it's okay. Let it go.
Let it go.
Like Elsa, just let it go.
Yeah.
Shave that thing, get the shaving cream, get the razor, get yourself a Dollar Shave Club subscription. Dollar Shave Club, please sponsor us.
Yeah.
And just start shaving your head and let it go.
Let it go.
It's okay. You're gonna be
We
all
will
right.
still love you.
And you know what? Weirdly enough, people won't be talking behind your back. As much as people say
Sure.
that they don't, I figured out a lot of people when I shaved it,
You
like,
think-
"Oh yeah,
Really?
oh yeah." A lot of people kind of straight up was like, "Yeah, this look." We were telling like me and my wife were talking the other day, and like we figured you look better this way.
That's interesting.
A lot of people talk about people that know that they need a shave.
right.
I can't tell you how many conversations since I've been bald, how many conversations I had with cats that say, "Oh yeah, so and so needs to do what you did." I can't tell
Really?
the conversations I've had with so many other people that say, "You know what?
That's crazy.
This person needs to shave
That's
their
crazy.
head or become bald." This person needs to accept.
So going back to the hygiene thing real quick for a second.
Yeah, sorry. Off my soapbox.
No, you're good. One thing for you, I know is a big deal is breath.
Oh, absolutely.
And like for me, this may be weird, but like, dude, brushing my teeth is like a struggle. And I'm going to, not that I don't do it. I want to make that clear. I brush my teeth.
I wouldn't be here if he didn't.
Yeah. But it is like nails on a chalkboard for me. Like thinking about it right now makes my mouth hurt. Like the nerves in my mouth and my teeth hurt thinking about brushing my teeth. I don't know what it is. I wish it wasn't that way, but yeah, I don't know. In the comments, y'all, if y'all have anything that's like that, that's kind of like a maybe weird like that, like drop it. I want to hear it. I want to make sure maybe I'm not alone. Maybe other people feel that way. But yeah, dude, it's tough.
You floss regularly?
I've begun to floss more, but I'm not an avid flosser now.
Yeah, my dentist gets pissed on me every single time.
Yeah, I get very upset with the what are they called?
Hygienist.
That want to rip me for that, because I'm like, let me tell you something. There's like a 1%. There's like way less. I'm not gonna say 1%, but way less people in this world that floss. That probably floss only the week that they're going to the dentist. So like, shut your mouth. Never had a cavity in my life.
Clean my teeth and let's just go.
If I wanted to get berated, I would go tell my wife she was ugly and sit there and let her like run her mouth at me. Anyway, wouldn't do that because my wife's smoking hot.
Yeah, I do not. Again, I'm really big on my teeth. It don't hurt me, don't bug me one bit. But I just don't floss. It's just tedious, and so I'm like,
no, I agree.
Probably once a month, but that's probably as far as I go.
Yeah. What about again? One more thing on hygiene.
Yeah.
You an underarm shaver? You take care of the garden under the armpit?
I don't.
Okay.
But I will say armpit hair grosses me out.
Does it?
Even my own grosses me out. Even my own armpit hair. So I probably like. There's a day that I would probably just like laser hair remove it all, because it just like armpit hair grosses me out.
Once a month for me. I trim it. Like my armpit hair like grows pretty quick, and
I mean, you straight up like is it that bad? Like is it just like darkness coming out ready to overtake?
It can get
It's like a troll.
It's like a troll.
It's like a troll.
It's like
doll
another
coming
beard.
Out.
It's like an underarm beard.
Like Chris Stapleton's.
Yeah.
You got Chris Stapleton kind of in a reverse headlock.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's Captain Jack Sparrow's beard. I could like.
I'm not a hairy dude, so it really tends to.
I'm a hairy dude.
Mine doesn't really get that bad.
I'm a Sasquatch.
But I hate like again, armpit hair grosses me out.
Yeah. Also too, like it really starts bothering me. Like, again, you shower, you clean that area, but like whenever you put like deodorant on or whatever, like I don't like it when I get in the shower and I look and like it's kind of looking gross. Like it's matting in there. Like I don't care if I'm about to shower or not. Like when it hits that point, I'm like, dude, you've gone way too long.
Yeah.
Like take care of that. And I think like, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, like it really like clicked on me that like I don't like that. That's not like attractive, number one. And number two, like you gross.
Yeah.
Like fix that. You have the ability to fix it.
Dude, talking about armpits, and we're just gonna go ahead. I mean, dads talk about this if you didn't know this. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that weird. But I've been doing, was it Dr. Squatch?
You have. Do you like it?
I don't like it.
I don't either. I've done it. Which one did you get?
I got the pine. It smells good. I'll tell you that.
Pine tar?
The pine tar smells great.
Pine tar as well.
Deodorant smells great.
Okay.
Soap gets black junk all over the place.
Yes. Doesn't last.
And I'm okay with the soap. And you're right, the soap does not last. But I'm a little bit better with the soap. I'm okay with the soap, and I think I can rock the soap. Probably gonna get rid of the pine tar because it leaves black stuff here. But the deodorant, dude, I think I'm done with this Dr. Squatch deodorant. If it hurts a future sponsor, sorry, Dr. Squatch. But I just can't rock it, bro. Like my armpits, I got like armpits that I don't know, man. Like they have issues. They go on the stinky side real fast.
Yeah.
And
what
Dr.
deodorant
Squatch
do you use?
Not sure. I used the pine tar one.
Before that,
I used to use white speed stick.
Okay, I'm a right guard guy. Always been right guard. Like that's my stuff. Like the fresh scent green or powder dry blue.
I usually use the white one because that was always better for my pits.
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm just like a stinky dude, and I try not to. People that know me, I'm not trying to offend the nostrils, right? Like I'm trying to make things pleasant for you to talk to me.
It's poopery for your armpits.
But yeah, this Dr. Squatch has not, like I've realized I've had to like double apply to have people come near.
You know why? And I'm gonna again hot take.
Yeah.
I think anything that's like advertises as like I'll just say good for the environment, all natural, essential oils. There's very few things that are like that, in my opinion, that actually like work.
Interesting.
I think so. I used another soap, just so you know, like for your experience, maybe Caribbean rum or Bay rum or whatever it is. Because I'm a big coconut guy. I love this coconut scent. Smells good, but again, does not last. Haven't used the deodorants. Can't speak to the deodorants, but on the soap side, I'm big on subscriptions. Me
too.
The art of art of. I'm trying to think what it is. It's not Art of Shaving, but it's a soap brand. They do like James Harden was a spokesperson of it and everything. In the comments, y'all throw down there if y'all know what I'm talking about. But now it's in stores. But it used to only be Art of Sports. That's what it's called, Art of Sports. And they do a full line, great stuff. I used to use all their products from shampoo, like body soap and everything. Still, I really like it. Yeah. But I've actually started using Dove natural hydration, and it's actually dry skin repair because I have super sensitive skin. It's real thick, and I can actually use it as face wash too. Like I typically can't use face wash, like any type of face wash or anything like that. I have to use like something very light.
Interesting.
So I can use the body wash, and I can use it for yeah. If y'all haven't tried that, like
try it out.
Sensitive skin, it's really, really nice.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out. All right. No. So speaking of hygiene, kind of sticking in, and maybe we get in with this. Kids, how many times do you bathe them a week? Are y'all in every day have to bathe? Or are you kind of like that's the rock side? Or are you the like Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis doing maybe like once or twice a week?
So I'm not that bad, but it might be every other day.
Okay.
And sometimes maybe every 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like kind of like Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis.
Kind of. It just depends. Like if they're outside like smelly, stinky, like yeah.
Absolutely.
But if it's, like I mean, they're around the house all day.
Inside, AC, insulate. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, now again, that doesn't mean that there's no wipe down.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
You wipe down.
Got to.
Lotioned up.
Yeah.
Wipe down with wipes. But yeah, no, it's not a bath every single night. Now, there's without fail bath every single Saturday. Doesn't matter. Every single Saturday.
Because church.
It's church.
I feel
that.
But
during the week, yeah, it's not every day.
Yeah.
How about y'all?
We are kind of the same way.
Okay.
Every 3 days or so, typically give the kids a bath and get them going and rolling. We don't do every single Saturday though, but it's close to that.
Mm-hmm.
But for me though, for sure, I'm a every day. I got to.
And Benjamin may be a little bit more just because it's easier with him.
As they get older, it seems to be a whole lot easier.
Because he wants to. He's like, he'll like, because Taylor, so I'm a shower person.
Me too.
Taylor's a bath person. Very important, her bath time. Yeah. So like, that's kind of her time to unwind too. Like, yeah. So Benjamin is always that person that's like, hey, like, can I get in the bath with you? Like, I want to get in the bath. And so like, majority of the time it's no, but every, few times a week, it's So maybe there is a little bit more that maybe he is, but no, it definitely like it's every 2 days.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, man, that's been an interesting Bad Dad Pod. Hopefully we encouraged you to throw out that old church tee, that old pickup basketball tournament
hang in the
rafters and retire it and time to dress a little bit different. And hopefully this was encouraging. Hey, drop us a tip, drop us a like, drop us a comment, subscribe.
Just don't forget, guys, 27th of April.
Have 27th of April.
We're going to be doing a live stream. Something to look forward to it. It's not going to be your stereotypical draft live stream.
No, it's going to be pretty cool, pretty interesting. We got all the plans. I'm excited about it. Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun. You ain't going to want to miss it.
All right, cool.
Everybody, peace.